Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Arceus, and welcome back to Soma Spirits bonus episodes. Alright, my voice is a bit stuffy right now. That little intro thing to give me a bit of time to do the intro, I just realized it wasn't long enough. Don't let me leave. It's the best decision for everybody in the forest, no matter who gets affected. I love being free. You want to take that away from me? No, I don't want you to be unhappy, but you must understand something, Acre. As much as we want to live our lives freely, we all still have our responsibilities. Hard and I wake up each and every day and fulfill the responsibilities given to us. Unfortunately, we do not live in a perfect world. So, that is why we've made... Oh, I bumped the microphone. I'm so sorry. I missed that. No, I don't want to go back. I'm free as a bird. It's a bird. Yeah, I really didn't give myself enough time to do an intro. Acre? Watch out, Heart. Something is definitely not right here. Get ready. I didn't give myself enough time to do an intro. Or anything. At all. Oops. Maybe I should have done an intro thing. But yes, in this episode we're doing the opposite to everything I did in the main run. Just to show the little dialogue changes and all that. Because you didn't get to see him with the other two runs because they sort of changed halfway. Acre pretty much is the same as he would be in the Soulless run, I think it was? No, Heartless run. And the next one will be the same as the Soulless run, but beyond that they start changing because, well, those runs had their own specific theming, I guess. So Acre went down pretty quickly because that's all we had. And here we go. If I go back to the garden, I'll fulfill my purpose. But you can't think of it as a purpose. There's a difference between a purpose and doing what's fair and a purpose. Indeed. Going back to the garden would be in everyone's best interest. And besides, do you truly believe that the people in the garden won't account for your feelings? All I ever wanted was to be free. But you're right. I have to do what's fair for everyone. I never wanted to make people miserable. I just wanted to experience life in my own way. It's not what I wanted, but I'm willing to give up my happiness for the good of everyone. I suppose I better get ready to be planted then. I'm sorry we couldn't find another way to help you. What is this? Dun, 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 dun. I've never felt this way before. So, did we do the right thing? I don't know, Heart. Something feels off about all of this. What was that? It would seem as though the wheels are in motion. This is a very interesting turn of events. The parts are falling into place. All the parts. All the time. I don't even know what I'm getting at there. It was me. That tremor gave me quite a scare. I think all this stuff's the same here. Oh wait, except for Acre being there this time. I'm glad to see that Acre has been returned safe and sound. I care for each and every one of my children of the forest, especially you, Acre. I hope those snatchers have learned a valuable lesson in what's right in the world. Elder, there were no kidnappers. I think the whole thing so I could see the world. Even though I'll never get to live my dreams, everyone in the forest will be happy. I'm sorry we couldn't find a solution to make everyone happy, But it was the most logical decision we could make in these circumstances.
My boy, I believed the same thing when I was your age. I wanted to explore and see what the world had to offer.
Good to have to stop there.
However, I do believe you can still make people happy. As the new elder of the forest, you will grow to be the wisest and most revered role model for everyone within it. Like myself, you will set an example for everyone here and provide the guidance they need.
It sure won't be easy, but this is a decision I've made. I can't believe we made that decision for you. Just do me a favor. Don't forget about me. Tell me what the outside world is like. He just plopped himself in. Looks like it's time to get started. I know you'll do a great job, Acre. Well, that's one problem solved. But there is another one at hand.
Ah, those terrible tremors. My roots run deep into the earth, and I can feel that quake for many miles. It's quite unlike anything I've ever felt.
And a strange thing we found right before the fact. Your joy glows faintly. I can feel an immense amount of happiness from it. It seems to be restless and scared.
Ah, well, if it's guidance you seek, perhaps she will know the answer.
Do you mean, are you suggesting we visit the temple? We've not needed guidance from her in a long time.
That tremor was no ordinary earthquake, my boys. Something about this land seems different. It seems to be ailing.
We haven't visited the temple in so long. I can't wait to see it again. I must admit, I'm at a loss of what to do. I need answers sooner rather than later. I'd have the dialogue go too late on this one. Let's be off. Yay! I kind of, because I kept skipping too quickly on the previous ones, I left the dialogue long on those ones, and it appears I may have left it a bit too long. I expected your arrival, my boys.
Of course.
I think this is all the same. Heart, soul, it's been a long time since I've last seen you. It's always a pleasure, Fawn. I apologize if it must cause disturbance, but things are really wonky right now, and we don't know why. Be respectful, you clod. You're correct in seeking my guidance. Even I did not anticipate the events that are unfolding. What is happening, Fawn? What was that quake? And what of the balance of our friend Acre? It's all so terrible, my boys. The world of joy and the world of sorrow are growing unstable. When Soma was one, I fought with another great being to decide the fate of the world. Pause is too long. We divide the world into two. And we're created to protect it and maintain the balance. Right? Soma cannot exist as two worlds for much longer, and the solution is clear to me. We must create a world where everyone is happy and free to live their lives to the fullest. Please spread joy to the inhabitants of Soma. You must ease their sorrows away from them. This is a sphere of pure happiness. I can feel an immense amount of joy from it. It would seem you have taken someone's joy from them. This will not do. I am glad you came to see me. For there is still time yet to save Soma. Bring me the sorrows of those you meet, so that I may ease their grievings and make them happy. Together we can save Soma. Oh, sorry, my yawn suddenly jumped up. That's an emotion too. Feel never such troubled souls to the west of here. Perhaps you too can ease their sadness. I'll grant you access to the portal that leads there. When you have fulfilled the task, I'll be waiting for you here. See, she's granted us new abilities. Right, yeah, basically. I think I'm a bit stuffy at the moment, so I thought it's gonna be a bit stuffy. That phrase didn't come out the way I wanted it to. We're done here, yay! Not with the video, not the video. But yeah, this is a pre-recording, so all the stuff's happening beyond my ability to control it, except for when I actually was controlling it. I believe this is normal, so it begins. I did not think we'd ever see the likes of you again.
Indeed you did not. Drastic times call for drastic measures. You already went behind my back and sought out form, did you not?
Yeah, pause it too long. We didn't go behind anyone's back, Dissonance. Though I imagine that if you were here, you're well aware of what's going on.
Correct! And that's precisely why I'm here to stop you both from making this world a happier place. I hate happiness. It smells.
What?
A world where only happiness exists? Ridiculous! You can't handle such a task.
And against a distance fight. This one shouldn't last long either. They never do. But yeah, I can't get the statement out. Like, it would be easy to do at the start of the video if I set it up correctly. I didn't. Oops. I'm going to start straight into this now. Maybe it was a bad choice. Anyway. So yeah, this is basically my opposite choices. And he's down already. Wow, that was quick. We're quite powerful right now.
Maybe you can after all. Besides, from the looks of it, I may not have to let you all about this after all.
Whatever do you mean?
A world filled with eternal happiness. A place where only joy exists. Where everyone lives their lives blindly, ignorant to where does yawn suddenly coming from? I can think of no worse way to live than yawning. Someone will never be balanced if everyone simply lives like a fool. But you've shown me that you are capable of changing this. Form and I did not divide the world in two just to have this happen. As it stands, you have already freed a tormented soul from this fate. Very good.
Acre.
Continue to purge the joy of those you come across. And we can restore the balance of Soma.
See, there's some slight dialogue there, but my mission is to make everyone happy. Slight dialogue changes there.
Your mission is to restore the balance, and this is the only way. I know you'll make the right choice in the end.
We will, but not thanks to you. So the dialogue changes slightly because we took Acre's happiness.
Perhaps this will be of some use to you.
And he gives you the power ring as usual. Yeah, a lot of the stuff I'm going to be skipping over. I'm just going to be going straight to the, mainly to the end. People, bosses, what do you call it? The choices, basically. Because everything else is going to be the same. Here we are at the place. Okay, here we go. This one's going to be pretty much the same as well. Mr. Flap, I'm sorry. I'll get back to work right away.
I really wish I didn't have to work you so hard, Bob. But we'll both be out of a job soon if... You two are still here? I thought I told you we don't need...
Hey, don't you know who we are? We're the spirits who guard these worlds. Our responsibility to make sure everyone is hunky-dory.
I think you're rather quick to assume I did not know. Of course I know who you are. We wanted to solve this on our own terms. That has been our way of doing things since our founding.
I feel as though you have everything handled. We should just see ourselves out then.
No, my lad. This is indeed the way of the world, and you have every right to settle our dispute. That is the law of Soma, after all.
Very well then. I think it's best that we tell you the decision we've made.
Why are you looking at me like that? I don't like that glint in your eye.
Mr. Flap, we need to let Carbon Bob be free and happy in his own way. He'll never be happy and live his life to the... Okay, and for the dialogue, we're supposed to be going slow. Forget about silly business things. Let Bob see the world and be happy. I think I went a bit too fast with this one. It's quite a situation you put me in, boys. Can you really live yourself knowing that Boss World will soon be no more? That the brand we built will soon be a thing of the past? Tell me something. Why do you think this is the best choice? We're just doing what we think is right. I understand that not everyone will benefit from this. We all have to make sacrifices. I don't want to take this course of action, but I suppose it's the best choice. Yeah, trust me, everything's going to be A-okay.
This is preposterous! You call yourselves guardian spirits? How is something like this in everyone's best interests? You think you can barge in here and tell me how to run my business? Destroy them, Tetsubox!
Something terrible is coming. Get ready. Yeah, he just goes wild. So this is going to be the same, except a slight few dialogue changes from the alternate routes. Yeah, because it's pretty much going to be shown through the alternate routes anyway. Where one character isn't stronger than the other this time round. So, yeah, this is the Soulless Run equivalent side. And it does seem like they are the same enemies for the first two guys, so... Maybe? I don't know. I didn't even thought to check. I never think to check, and I already beat them already. I haven't finished saying what I wanted to say. That's kind of the story of this run, it seems. Now, was that necessary?
I suppose it wasn't. I do apologize for jumping the gun like that. But you're right. Keeping Bob here and making him suffer would be a monstrous way to run a company. Bob?
Yes, Mr. Flap?
You're fine. I'm sure we can make Boxworld work another way. One way you're not forever unhappy.
Mr. Flap? Oh, is it really true? I promise I'll continue to bring Cardboard Bob brand to everyone I meet. You'll see. I feel my sadness slipping away. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Orb of Sorrow.
The choices here are actually quite interesting to see. How things differ. Going to make myself a new life for myself. I better get going. I better get going. I can't word today apparently. I suppose I better be prepared. I'll say I'm terribly pleased with the decision made here. I suppose so. You'll be fine. We're quite quick. Should probably bring us all back to the temple.
Now get out of my office.
I don't know why I suddenly went really fast in that section. Yeah, he still says the out of the office thing. And this is just going to skip to where form appears. So a lot of this is going to be me reading the dialogue in the various random voices. Welcome back. That I probably keep changing as I go. You've done well to bring me this concentrated sadness. Very good. Continue to bring me the sorrows of those you meet so I may purify and restore the balance of Soma. You're doing exactly as I have asked of you. Do not falter from this path, and you will surely... Okay. There is another such lost soul to the northeast of this temple, in the boreal freezing land of ice and snow. I must be freezing forward. I already feel chilly. I will grant you access to the portal that leads there, and I will also grant you a new ability to aid you in your journey. Please accept this gift. We got comments, which we already had because we played through several times. Best of luck, farewell. Basically. Here, again, he interrupts us, of course, because that's what he does. So, I at least get a bit of time to speak, even if it's not much.
So we meet again!
I think it was barely any.
I'm going to question, why are you two making this journey for form?
We're garden spirits of Soma. We have to maintain the balance.
And you'd believe that taking orders from form like dogs is the best way to go about this?
Well...
Form wishes for a world without sadness. A world where no one is free to feel sad or aware of the surroundings. That's not the world that she and I agreed upon. Everyone deserves the right to feel sorrow. You must take the unbridled joys of those you meet. Bring more happiness to this temple so that we may stop her. We'll see each other again soon. And remember, I'm always watching you. I'm in that statue over there. What? And we're in Freezing Ford already. And here we are. City Hall! Where the key to the city resides. Who are you people? You know, by now I'm just pulling your leg. This isn't the City Hall or anything of the sort.
So, why put up the act?
It gets lonely out here, you know. I'll have some fun with the visitors and like. What you see here is the Key of Spring. Every winter comes to an end when this key calls for spring.
So why haven't you used it?
The Blizzard Queen, as she is called now, her powers are suppressing this relic's strength. I cannot even lift it anymore. It's quite amazing. But she came to life as she did and surpassed even myself in power. But you are the guardians of these worlds. If anyone can lift the key, it is you two.
Heart and Soul attempt to lift the key together. Given both their weight, the two managed to lift the key together. What a great team we make! That was no trouble at all.
Indeed.
It appears that we made quite the battle yet.
How impressive! You two seem to have equal power between you.
Now, interestingly, this actually hasn't changed at all. Because, well, we're still balanced. So I probably could have skipped this part, actually. I just wanted to show the key again, I guess. For some reason I thought there was different dialogue. I don't know why. Choice is still even out. Ha ha ha! So you've come after all. Stubborn, aren't you? We know that it has to be done. I truly do not want to take your happiness. But we're just trying to uphold the natural order of things. Think of all the creatures that will suffer. Okay. Your concern is the snow people will melt until next year, yes? I understand your concern on that. It does not mean the plants and animals do not deserve a choice. It's a natural order. Some things have to take turns seeing what life has to offer. But this is my land. My power. The snow people don't deserve to melt away. I'm sorry. We have already come to a decision on this. We're here to usher in a new spring. I know this wasn't what you wanted, but... Silence! Do you really think I would give this world, my world, up so easily? I'll destroy you both in a freezing blizzard. And the rest of summer will freeze over soon after. If that's how you're going to be. And we have no other choice. And we actually do fight Glacier in this, which is interesting. So, depending on what you choose, there's a different opponent. I think this is the first time we get a different opponent, unless Boxman did it. I'm not sure. Acre is the same one both ways. But the thing is, she goes against us here, the other one is just a golem that comes out of nowhere. But anyway... I spent so long trying to figure out how to say something. I completely forgot what it was I was going to say. So we fight Glacier, and I don't think she's going to be much longer. I think we're about to get back to the normal dialogue. But most of this is going to be me talking over it, because I skipped to the major scenes. So aside from the battles where I'll actually have time to actually say stuff, it'll just be the dialogue, as much as I can. Sorry about my stuffed up voice. My noses are a bit... It's been warm lately. Although it's kind of raining right now. And that should be... No, okay, I thought that was... She's also draining our magic, which I don't remember her doing before. Odd. But yeah, it's interesting to see the different choices that you finished. That we can make. And how they change the outcomes of the world. I suppose it cannot be helped. With the Key of Spring, you two truly hold the power to bring change. I just wish...
Glacier! Ah, I suppose I'm a little late to the action.
Old man? What brings you here?
I wanted to bring a promise to Glacier.
A promise?
And when winter comes next year, we'll be an even better snow people. And more of them.
More? And better? I suppose that is something to look forward to. But for now, it seems I have an obligation to fill. Until next winter, my happiness is yours. Do what you will with it.
That one's kind of more forceful, but I understand their position on this. These are really difficult choices. Thank you again for bringing spring back to these lands. You two have been on quite the journey, yes? I expected no less from Elder Oakley to raise two fine young lads. You know Elder Oakley? Ah, why not ask him yourselves? I'm sure he'd love to share the story. Tell him Mason sent you.
Okay, we will. It was a pleasure to meet you, Mason.
And Glacier as well. She's not very happy with our decision.
So this changes and spring becomes... Well, spring comes. Upon using the key to spring, the eternal blizzard set in motion by Glacier begins to subside. In time, the snow people begin to melt and... The snow begins to melt and the snow people will melt, yeah. The cycle will begin anew. And then it goes back to winter again and all that. That guy's got a top hat. He's pretty cool. Anyway, so that makes 3. Okay, so this is basically the same. So it's just going to pay him a visit now. Right, so as I was saying, it's interesting to see the choices, because everything's completely... God damn it!
Good of you guys to come visit. It's always good to see you.
And you two have grown so much since I last saw you. We've been helping people as best we can. But the decisions we have to make for people are not always easy.
Well, perhaps this will help. You listen too, Iker. You'll need to know this one day.
If you say so.
Boys, you will find in life that sometimes there are no clear-cut answers. Sometimes we cannot make the decisions that we want to see. Sometimes responsibility comes first.
That's a long pause.
Our responsibility is
to restore the balance, as we've been told.
And no responsibility is truly what people tell you it is. Think carefully about what others tell you, but never lose sight of what you believe to be true.
I don't quite understand what you mean, Elder Oakley.
Always remember the chant I taught you. The key to unlock the gate lies in our mutual fate. Unite heart and soul, and become a greater whole. Failing all, you just have to do what you think is right.
Good tip.
I think it'll come to you boys in due time. Don't fret. I do believe form is waiting for you. You should deliver the sphere and be on with your journey.
Thank you, Elder Oakley. We'll save Soma one way or another. So yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with the choices on this opposite side. Honestly, every choice could go either way. Welcome back. I'm just glad I got a chance to see both sides. It's the second time you have brought me a sphere of pure joy, despite my direct orders not to. I should not have to have this conversation with you again. You must only bring me sadness. Continue down this path will bring Soma to ruin. And distance will find an opportunity to destroy us. You must bring me the sadness of Soma's ailing denizens. Then and only then can we save this world. Do I make myself clear? Another tortured soul lies to the southwest. I will open the way for you. Please accept this gift to help you on your way.
We learned Light Burst, although we would have got that anyway.
I know she did all the talking this time.
We didn't do any.
There are only 3 more orbs to collect. We cannot stop now. Farewell, boys. So yeah, I think it's interesting seeing the opposite choices. And I'm kind of glad I've seen the opposite choices and how they change everything. And yet everything's still the same.
So we meet again.
Let me tell you... Okay, he's going to go for a story spiel. I'm just going to talk over this normally. Because I think I did it in the first one anyway, so it's fine. But it's interesting to see the other choices, the other side of the coin, what I didn't choose. Because it actually makes me appreciate more what I could have chosen. Like, if I had chosen the opposite, it might have been pretty decent. You know, it might have been a great outcome.
I still think my decisions were right. I think. But at the same time, I can respect anyone who would make the complete opposite decisions. I've seen all the outcomes, and honestly, there's no right way of playing this game. There's no right choices. The only thing you can do is try to maintain the balance by choosing one side then the other throughout it. You could even choose free joy straight away and then free sadness and see how heart changes and then returns to normal or something like that. Same with soul. But you get the balanced ending. You can get the balanced ending. There's also where you can get unbalanced endings. I know we're missing some endings. Anyway, he's about to change his dialogue slightly. Is he? Losing that knowledge. No, I don't think he is. Oh, he's going to battle. Now I got more time to talk. So yeah, we have to fight Dissonance again. I think this is the last time we have to fight Dissonance before the final boss, maybe. So yeah, I like to see what happens when spring comes and what the change is and what they say is. I still think that since I never saw the spring, I don't really have an interest in trying to save it. It's never a problem in the first place. But I understand that putting everything back into a natural order of time is probably better than my choice. And with the first two choices, having Acre stay and having him explore the world, completely different choices. Do you have different dialogue? Continue onwards and make the right choice. Because remember, I am always watching you! I'm in this statue over here. Huh? And now we're at the next choice. This lake you see before you is where the flooding stopped. My wife's ring is anywhere to be found. It's here. We must be vigilant, though. In the past, we used some very intricate machines to excavate the rock candy, but they have since run amok. And if one of them were to spot us, let's get to work right away. I know how sad it must be to lose a loved one, but you must never forget her. And finding this ring will help you keep those memories with you forever. And you can use that strength to make this mine the most profitable candy mine in all of Soma. Yeah! I know today's the day, and I'm glad to have you both here. One of the rogue machines! We're doomed! We're all gonna die! Not if we have anything to say about it. Let's do this. Prepare a future for the mines. Now, it's interesting that, no, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna say, I still agree with my choice. I still think he needed to move on. And volume went up really high here. I still think he really just needed to move on. And having the ring with him all the time might cause him not to. It's fair enough to move on, I think. But again, I still respect the decision to help him find a ring. I mean, he might just need this solace to continue on, you know. So I understand that. And seeing the actual ending for this one, which we haven't quite seen yet, I can understand why people would make this choice, and I don't think it's a wrong one. Again, there are no wrong choices in this game, except not keeping the balance. Except choosing all one side over another. The game pushes right at you that there isn't really a wrong choice, except for unbalancing the world. All I do is not to follow what other people say, and just do what you think is right. And I do like the message there. Okay, so he's just waiting, and I'm just setting up the fight. I believe, yeah, he shell shatters and then we're gonna attack him. Yeah. Plus he's increasing his evasion now. But we're using those attacks we can hit multiple times. So evasion kind of means little to nothing. If Hart was in the lead, evasion would mean absolutely nothing. Again, the enemy is different, by the way. It's the same as the one where we did the overrun. We also get a bit more context this way for some things that happen. That's more interesting later, but you'll see the context for stuff later. So here's the end for the decision then. You notice something appeared? That was close. If you two weren't here, I'd surely have died a horrible death. Clearly. Look at that! This is it! This is my wife's ring! A battle with the machine must have dislodged it from the wall. What are they doing in the wall? It's just as I remembered it. I will never forget you. And I promise to work even harder to make this mine. Okay. I can feel my sadness fading away, so I needed to keep this place going. Is it already too late though? That's the question. I hope we meet again. Got some mining to do. So that's what makes this choice just as good as the other one, is the fact that if you find the ring, let's head back to the temple then. If you find the ring, then you found the ring. He can be happy again, so he's not going to obsess over it. It would have been better for them to leave that ambiguous. Ah, very good. The sphere of pure sadness will help us save Soma. You have done well to bring me this. Continue to deliver these spheres to me so that I may purify them. It is a shame that there are spheres of happiness that do not need to be here. What compelled you to make such decisions is baffling. But so long as I have this, not all is lost. Another sorted soul lies in the southeast. Stop yawning! Good job to solve the dialogue that's already been done. I don't know why I keep yawning. I'm not that tired. I don't know why doing the voices makes me yawn. Maybe it's lack of air when I'm trying to do them. I don't know, something like that. But we were done the form thing. I believe I walked down to make sure dissonance wasn't there this time. Because I can never remember when dissonance turns up. I think it's just the first time. Well, technically the second time and the third time. You've come to play with me some more. Well, yes, I'd love to play with you, but we wanted to talk about something first. Shado, do you truly believe that haunting this house forever is the right thing to do? You might eventually grow bored of being a ghost. And you know returning to the world of the living is impossible. We all leave this world for a reason, and there's little reason to linger here if your business is finished. I'm going to stay here and never let go. There's so much of the world I will never see if I move on. A land of living is so beautiful. There's so much to do and see. None of us can live long enough to see everything the world has to offer. But that's okay. That just means you have to make the best of the time that you have. Too late for him now. Never live with regrets. Or unlive, either. I understand. But there is one last thing I must do before moving on to the afterlife. In this coffin lies a terrible monster. He has been terrorizing this place ever since I died. He won't let me leave this place. So as long as he exists, I can never move on. So yeah, we get to fight this guy again. But now we have context as to why he's here. There he is now. I can't rest until he's gone. It looks like we have work to do. Let's do our thing. Yeah, so we actually have some context as to why that ghost appears in that run. This is actually good because having the balance actually gives you context to the decisions a lot. So this is actually what's keeping him here the whole time. So it's not just that he wants to roam the world, but there's also this thing is keeping him here. We don't get that information until after we've made the decision. I still think my decision was right. I think he should get to live how he wants. If he wants to live and run the world, he can do that. If he doesn't, then it's his own choice. I don't think we should be allowed to make it for him. And with a lot of these decisions, we really shouldn't be making it for them anyway. But Heart and Soul are the independent adjudicators in this whole thing. So they're kind of necessary. It's necessary that they make decisions. There's no right answers. Everything we do is based on what we think is probably going to be right in the end. Now there is some dialogue later which will confirm that this actually isn't a bad choice to make. Aside from getting rid of this thing that's keeping everyone in thing. But right now, it does seem like the other one is a better one. I kind of partially feel like this is actually the better choice. But I still think my decision was right in the end. It's really hard. Again, it's really hard to make your decision because there is no wrong answer. Every decision is going to affect some people negatively and other people positively. That's just how the game goes. In this round, we get to kill this thing. Actually, does this thing appear on both runs or just this one? No, because defeating it would make it move on, so technically you wouldn't be able to defeat this thing if you chose the other one, right? Either way, you just gotta defeat him and then that's it. I believe this is the final boss before the final boss, right? The last boss before the final boss? So we're getting there. It's funny how long the actual last section of the game takes compared to the rest. It's pretty much the same again. Guys defeated the monster so easily. With guys like you around, the people in this graveyard have nothing to fear. We're what you call a good team. Yeah! I know I'm leaving this place in good hands. Please take this to remember me by. Shadow Charm! Now I have 2 of them! And I'm pretty much gonna equip it right away! I'm sad I won't get to see the world. I suppose it's time to get going. Yeah, he said something about it being happy to move on. Gets to see another world. Gets to see the end of life. Well, the end of something. Farewell! So now he's just moved on. Let's get back to the temple then. Form's not going to be happy with us. Yeah, Form's not going to be happy with us at all. Welcome back, boys. Unbelievable! For the 3rd time you have forced my hand. Bring me sadness. Why do you continue to bring me these fears of joy is beyond me. Sorry. Must be a reason she's so upset with us. There's still time. As long as you continue to bring me more spheres of sadness, you can save Soma. The final task lies to the north of here. You know the area well. I will grant you new ability to help you on your way. So, we got new ability. The north? That's Acre again. Who do we know there is unbalanced? Wait, it can't be. We cannot stop now. Not for anyone, no matter how close they may be. It's the final sphere we must collect. Do not let me down now. Interesting bit of dialogue here. She says, don't let me down. Remember what she said. We're actually taking her side on this one this time. So, remember that she says, we still have time to save Soma if you get an orb of sadness. Well, we're going to go get an orb of sadness. So, keep that in mind for when you hear her reaction. I was expecting you, my boys. Been quite the journey, haven't you? Mason and I were discussing what may happen at the end of all this. Oakley and I have been friends since the age of the Sun King. See? We have the mustaches to prove it. I already know how your journey is going. After all, I have eyes and ears in every corner of Soma. The guardian of the forest must know how the rest of the world is faring. Take note of that, Acre. Yeah. As it stands, You have taken the joy from 3 people, and the sorrow from 2 people. So you want sorrow next. So you must now fill the 6th pedestal, Elder Oakley, you know we don't want to do this. Art, you know as well as I do that this can't be undone. But remember, you two are a team, and as brothers you must come to a decision on this matter together. So what is it going to be? The 6th and final orb. What will you take? Joy or sorrow? What shall we take? Of course we're going to take sorrow. I just thought I'd make it a bit more, dramatic. You're absolutely sure about this? Yeah. So it is decided. Tame the Order of Sorrow. This one really isn't much of a choice. It's just whatever it is to maintain the balance. I think you listened well to your conscience throughout this journey. I feel Soma's balance coming back into harmony. Wonder what is going to happen next. I believe it is time you return to the temple. And then that really happy music. Oh, also I was showing here that Carbon Bob is... Yeah. But hey! And into here. I don't think I ever showed that Carbon Bob was there if you let him run out and about. So it's just time. What have you done? What you told us to do. We got the Orb of Sadness. 3 Orbs of Happiness. And 3 Orbs of Sadness. It's the exact same reaction she had last time. You didn't listen to me at all. Yes, I did. We got you the sadness. Do you have any idea what you're about to unleash? No. You imbeciles. With an equal amount of joy and sadness. Be quiet. I'm the one giving you orders here. No, you be quiet. You've been trying to manipulate these 2 since the beginning. Look at me with a straight face and tell me you don't have the same. You big whiny baby. Always skulking from the shadows. Should we go? How embarrassing. Should we leave? I mean, it seems like a matter they want to discuss amongst themselves. Okay, so basically this is the same as last time. Everything's playing out the same way because, well, it's set to when you do the neutral. I think the idea is they think you're supposed to do the happiness one last. I think. That's the only way I can figure as to why they would have her say, oh no, you've messed everything up. But she literally told you the previous one, go get an orb of sadness to save the world. Say, oh no, you didn't listen to me. We did exactly as you said. We got an orb of sadness. Again, this is all the same dialogue again, so I'm just going to let it run through while I talk. So yeah, that's all the different choices we can make in this entire game. And I think it's interesting to see the other side of basically why I didn't choose, you know. It's interesting to see, and I kind of understand the decisions. It's made me rethink my position on a lot of them, but I think I'm still going to stick to what I originally chose. I still think I made the right choices, even if the choices are a bit less solid than I thought. And now they're calling Soul arrogant, despite the fact that they're pretty much the arrogant ones here. And they're gonna merge the world again. Alright, so a lot of this is just going over the same stuff. I really don't have anything new to say now. Honestly. I'm just waiting for their dialogue to end. Without the power of the orbs! No. I guess I'm gonna take the power of the orbs now. So we're almost back on track. Now, I believe beyond this point, the only thing that changes is the ending. Everything else is exactly the same. I don't know if I looked at the keys yet, but if you look at all the keys we got, we have ending 1 and ending 4, which means we're missing 2 endings. Oh, and we have the true ending as well. Which means we're missing 2 endings, which I think is the unbalanced worlds, but the unbalanced worlds, but without the full one side taking everything. So maybe you have one or two of the opposite side, but you have a majority of one of them. I don't know whether to do those off screen and just get through those or not, because nothing's going to really change that much between the different runs. Maybe I'll leave them for you guys to find out, you know, do yourself. But after this episode, I'm going to be doing the secret boss. So maybe I don't know if I do them off screen or not. Everything is the same, by the way, here. The same dialogue and everything. I'm not sure whether to do the secret boss or not. But well, that's not what I wanted to say. I'm going to do the secret boss regardless. But I'm not sure whether to do the other runs again before the secret boss to get more levels and whatnot. I'm currently at level 25. And there's actually an interesting thing about a scene that takes place in a minute. But I'll get to that when I get to it. But I'm actually at level 25 by the end of this run. Which is a good level to stop at, because I don't think you can get much higher than that. I think each run is going to take you a maximum of one level higher. So we're at a pretty good level. I don't think we can get any new abilities. And I got some powerful moves I can use regardless, so I'm just gonna... and off we go. Is this when this is when I go into the item thing. Oh, so this might be where I show the keys then. So I sell a bunch of stuff because I don't need them. I cleared out a lot of my inventory off screen. And there's we got the coffin key. And then we got the ending. Yeah, we got the ending 1, true ending, and then ending 4. So there's an ending 2 and an ending 3 in there that we can get. And the true ending, I guess, is technically ending 5. So that's the thing. So I'm just giving Heart the other Shadow Charm, because I think they're better than the Goddess Rings. Which is strange, because you get the Goddess Rings later in the game than you get the Shadow Charm. So that's an odd little thing. I wasn't sure whether to switch them there, so... yeah. Shadow has a chance of countering, whereas Goddess does not. And here we are back at the Sun King Citadel again for like the 4th time. Again, this is all the same dialogue. You can see it on the first time I ran through. And here they come! Stop right there! The 2 twins that only appear if you do this run. I'm pretty sure they only appear if you do this run, unless something changes. Because they're technically an embodiment of happiness and sadness too. Sorry, of joy and sadness. Just like we are. So I don't think they could exist together if you don't balance everything. But who knows, maybe those halfway ones. Oh, yeah. I think I skipped through those really quick because I knew because it was all the same dialogue. So I saved. And then at this point I wasn't sure whether to... oh yeah, I was actually showing off the music a bit. Because I don't think I got a chance to show it off last time. Here we go. The music's really nice in this. So once you have the 2 combined ones, it's like you can hear both themes mashed together from the world of sadness and the world of joy. From the battle themes. And it meshes really well. But it's not the only thing. Yeah, I really shouldn't have just done standard attacks there. Everything's mixing in together so you can get the world of happiness. Sorry, the world of joy and the world of sadness enemies up here. That's the mixture world. This is where everything's merging. And I just want to show off with the ending music. I believe each one of those notes is the opposite world to each other. So that's what you would have heard in the other worlds, in each world. So I just stood here for a bit just to show off the music in this area. How both are playing at the same time. They're actually split up when you take the Heartless run or the Soulless run. They split the one you're currently on away. So yeah, he's gonna stand here for a few seconds just so you can take in the music. And here we go. Okay, so this is slightly different. This dialogue's the same, but actually I had to re-record this because I did this wrong. What I wanted to do was show what happens when you defeat the other guy first, when you defeat the moon guy first. And I accidentally defeated the sun guy last time, so I had to go back and re-record this. So it's not quite the same. But he has his own technically deaf dialogue that the other guy had as well. But his is different. They act completely differently to each other. So I thought it was worth showing the opposite choice. Again, this is another choice you can make. Which one to defeat first? The sun or the moon? And of course, the sun guy gets a lot stronger if you defeat the moon guy. And the moon guy gets a lot stronger if you defeat the sun guy. That's just how it goes. No! To think I would be defeated so easily by the likes of you! Sonny! My brother! You must avenge me! See, Sonny? That's how you do a dying speech. Now follow it with a vengeance. Oh! Luna! You, sure did die. Yes, sir! Now it's my turn? He literally had no idea what to say about his death. Oh my god, you sure did die! Yeah! What do I do now? It's like, oh my god, that's quite funny. Because he's trying his hardest just to do that sort of speech. And it's just like, I'm gonna give up on even trying that. Is it my turn now? Oh, poor Luna. I feel like defeating the sun guy at first is the better choice because you get him doing his line right and the other guy going, wow, well done. Again, no wrong choices in this. This might be your favorite option because it's quite funny. It's quite comical that he's not sticking with the script. But yeah, this is the last enemy before the final boss, I think. At least in what I'm showing you. But yeah, I had to re-record it because of all the things. If I recall, this was actually the one that, this is actually the one where I leveled up in the original recording. So, yeah. It's a bit sad that I skipped a lot more enemies this time round and, didn't level up. But, this isn't what we're keeping anyway. This is just for the recording. This I actually went back and did after the fact. I'm glad I saved there so that I could do that after the fact as well. I didn't save afterwards, so I didn't have to skip it. Or go through the entire game again just to get that one scene. So here we go at the end game. This is back on our normal track, but this is the first recording again. Again, that was just that one scene that I had to re-record. This is all the same. All exactly the same. So, I'm not going to be reading the dialogue because it's all the same. He is the Sun King. It is true, despite his kingdom. Blah, blah, blah. He is the Sun King. Again, all the music is combined into one just to show that this is what we're choosing. We're choosing to be unified in our fight to save Soma from dissonance and form. Form and dissonance. Time is growing short. Okay, so he's gonna give me another duo, staff, and sword. No, we already got those. I believe in the original recording I showed them as well. Unfortunately, that we had 2 of them. You can't sell them either, so you're just gonna have 2 forever now. Well, I'm gonna have 2 forever now. And here they come again, the big bad bosses. No, wait, that's not. The 2 bosses, there we go. So, never from this world needs to overcome your evil, because you 2 are evil. No, we're not. Yes, you are. No, we're trying to. You're trying to destroy the world. Well, yes, but we're not. No. The world itself is evil. No, you're the evil ones because you're trying to destroy the world. Jeez. 1 each to watch half of Soma, but never together. You'll always be separate beings, 2 similar yet completely different beings, completely incompatible ideas, and complete opposites. What? No. This is their crisis of, thought, I guess. Once you are separate, you are nothing. Funny that. Until you 2 were vying for separation of the 2 worlds. Now you're all about unity. They did like a 180 on us. Prepare for the end. Quietus! Not sure how you made quietus from that. Guys, look like a silent god or something like that. What is with those spirals anyway? Never got a chance to talk about it before, I think. But those little spirals they've got make no sense. There also does appear to be something behind the sprite that we've got. It shows the damage animation. Yeah, there's like a star behind there. Oh, it's the vortex! It's bringing everything in! Oh, and that's joy and sorrow. Oh, it's not part of the character design, it's part of the background. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, wow. I never noticed that. They're just standing in the way like a guardian, sort of, in a way. They sort of have an angelic look, but with like devil horns and stuff, so they kind of have like a bit of both sides of the coin. But which is which? Of course, form probably gives him the angelic side, and distance probably gives him the monstrous look. Because that's how he looked to begin with. He was like a knight in evil armor. He looked like an evil knight. He did. I'm sorry, I know he wasn't, but he did look like that. Dark blue armor and everything. He did kind of look evil. And she looked more angelic. So, there's where the form comes from. There's where they look like comes from. And you got that little row of light across the top. I don't know what that's for. I think that's just to show that they're powerful. I think it's got something to do with some kind of mythology. I don't know. I've seen that circle thing that we talked about before, actually. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, we're now just waiting for Quietus to be beaten, because clearly Heart and Soul can handle this. I'm not going to get a game over screen now on a pre-recording. I might do. I've never seen a game over screen. Maybe I'll have to show that. Yes, I have. If there was a game over screen, it would have happened when I fought the optional boss. Ha 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 ha! That's right. Keep showing us your anger. You'll never be one and the same. Basically everything's back to where it was. So I'm going through this pretty quickly here, because I wanted to keep the video a bit shorter. Of course. It still ended up being very long. Fall before our might! Boom! We're gonna destroy the world! We're the good guys! Wait, what? Where is this horrible place? Where is everything? There's nothing left. Nothing Nothing but darkness. No, if there was truly nothing left of Soma, we would not be standing here. What little maid left, we have an obligation to protect it. I feel something horrible just ahead. Could Form and Distance still be alive? Opportunity to prepare. Last opportunity to prepare. I'm already ready. And of course I headed off. Wait, was I going to check? See, we're at level 25 here. We got all these moves. I just wanted to check to make sure my moves are okay. Never had all the moves. I pretty much have every move now. And I can't find that move I couldn't use before. Truly dreadful in the abyss. Form dissonance. Show yourselves, you monsters. I know you're evil. I mean there. It's all the same stuff. A world that you love. How meaningless. Your world will soon be no more. A world that neither of you can agree upon. A world where you two... A world where reject your different ideals. A world where... Can you stop interrupting us? You just interrupted me. What? Oh, whoops. Are those eyes slightly different? I mean, the eyes, is that my recording software or is that actually the thing? The eyes are slightly different. Is like one supposed to be form and one's supposed to be dissonance? That'd be interesting. So we go off with the standard fight against this guy where he's way too strong. I mean, he's taking a lot of damage, so maybe that's not the case. Honestly, there isn't much to say right now. We're just fighting this guy again, who's question mark, question mark, question mark. Keep on fighting. Show us your hatred and your fear. Neither of you have the power to avert your fate. You're all alone in this world, in this void. We will watch as you struggle. We can sense your fatigue, your hopelessness. I kind of like the design. It's just the fact that it's just a face in the dark. And you have no idea what's beyond there, just that there is something. Again, it's really creepy, but I like it. It's alright. I thought it was pretty interesting. They put a lot of detail into what they did put on the screen as well. It's not just a face, it's sharp teeth, and you can see how sharp they are based on the way the shading is. And of course you got the eyes, which are basically pillow shaded. I think. Looks like it. There has to be a way, and we're doing less and less damage the more the fight goes on, because we're getting weaker, because our unity is being pushed apart while theirs is right together. And the fact that they're using the orbs and we're not. So yeah, there's not really much else to do at this point. Just watch them fight it out. I used their most powerful moves because, well, they are their most powerful moves, yeah. I don't think I ever got to use their thing. I think that's it. Are we done? And snivel and writhe in pain. Yep. Keep going. We're almost there. Man, these long videos just take a lot out of me. Like I said, I have to record them, then edit them, then record again, then edit again. I'm all alone in this void. Oh no! Heart and soul, your ambition to make this world right again is far greater than any power I may have had. Here's what little I have left. To illuminate their way through the darkness. May the light help you to remember who you are. Ah. And then we have the reintroduction of Little Heart and Little Soul.
That's what I'm gonna call him. Little heart and little soul. Chibi heart and chibi soul. Mini heart and mini soul.
There's no real point in me doing the dialogue for this, because we've seen this. Again, this is all to do with the true ending, which I already got once.
So there's no real point in me going
Going through it all again. Maybe I'll just sync up my voice to that.
sync them up. Of course, it won't sync up directly because I was playing it in-game before, and this is post-recording. So I probably won't do that anyway.
I'll just input the other one. Just paste it in instead of this.
Green is trees, nothing is forever. You are red, I am gray. Aha, we
Compliment each other so well.
What? I don't even know what we were talking about. Something to do with trees? Did I mention you're red? You're just being a grump, and I'm not so grump. No. Don't make that reference.
What?
No! Always seem to be arguing about something. I want him to feel like you. You're dumb.
God damn it! Stop it!
They're being so mean. No. Differences are what make us stronger. Strengthen our difference. I guess you could say our individuality makes us stronger. Wonder where to get that from. You dream about the future, right? Yeah. I wanna know where I'm going. Oh, well, I have no idea where I'm going. I know. Know exactly where you're going.
And strangely enough, even though he's in sadness, he doesn't want to be upset. There's a difference.
And then this just plays out as normal. I had no control of this at the time either, so... I mean, I got no control over it now. I didn't have control over most of this.
Because I kind of didn't know I was... Post-recording is so much harder.
I think the actual final episode is actually going to be standard recording. It's not going to be post-recording like these. Because I'm just going to be doing a boss fight, so why would I need post-recording for that? Well, secret boss fight. Here we are. Here we are, giant face. I remember what it means to be a real team. So I'm gonna go find my team. See you later, soul. Wait, what? I thought I was your team. Huh? I don't remember that. You'll never be complete. Look how complete we are. We're so complete. We look like a monster right now. Huh. You do. That means we're complete. Monsters are very complete. I don't think that's how that works. Yes, it is. It's exactly how that works. Completion is all about becoming a monster.
I can actually argue with that. Perhaps. I mean, the most perfect person we've ever seen was a monster.
He was perfect. And he was full of cells. Stop with the reference. Okay. So, he's just being fought against.
It's futile. We are perfect. We are complete. Still brothers. Same dialogue. Man, I should have skipped all this stuff and just got
Straight to the ending point. I'd have had so little video left then. Now we got like 15 minutes or so, I think. I don't actually know how long I got left. I can check. Oh, quite a bit. Quite a bit. Those eyes really kind of confused me, because I think one of them is supposed to be distance, the other one's supposed to be... It looks like it. It just looks like one's supposed to be distance, the other one's supposed to be form. Or it's a trick of the camera? But it's always coming out the same way, so it's hard not to assume that. We are stronger than hatred! No, I'm stronger than you. No, we are stronger than you. No, I'm stronger than you. Stop arguing. No, you stop arguing. And our power is unbeatable. Beat that. She's stronger because we're unique. Can't grow any other way. Show yourself, fiend. Let there be light. Grog. Frets are empty. As long as you have the power of the orb, you can grog. God, why didn't we say that a second time? You're not alone. Beep. The orbs. Overcome by a great light. And everything lights up. And... Oh no, it was just a trick of the recording software. Yeah, the eyes are actually exactly the same. Just a mirror image of each other. It was the recording software. God damn it. We will lend you our power. Keep fighting. Don't give up. Fight until the very end. I just realized they're entirely made out of eyes. Is it because they were watching us the whole game? Was that the point? If we have the orbs, we will destroy this world. Sure you will. So we're back into the final battle, and you're about to see all the different points of view from all the opposite choices we made. Everybody's you're still going to be happy, by the way, regardless what your choice is. It's just the choice that you think is best that you should go with. And keeping the balance, that too. So we just have to get his health down a certain amount, which shouldn't take too long because we're quite powerful right now. And I'm using these powerful moves, Sword Stance and Pummel. Thanks to Heart and Soul, I finally understand what responsibility means. And I'll make sure that the forest thrives for generations to come. See? Not a bad choice. This is for Soma. Not a bad choice. The other one was still good though. And now we just need to get more damage down, which I think we can pretty much do in a few turns. Is this going to take one turn or a few? Sometimes it only takes one turn. I forget if that's in this run or not. We've already had 8 turns, surprisingly. I think it counts when it's dark as well. What am I doing? Just... Oh yeah, I was looking to see why that was green now, whereas before it was always red. Yeah. I think you can only use it on the final boss. What am I doing? Am I just going through it, just checking all my abilities? Oh, I was looking for the missing one, the one that I couldn't use, but it's actually that one. But I didn't realize it. I can't use it now. I was still looking for it. Like, is it here? I know I saw it in there somewhere. But yeah, it was that one the whole time. I just didn't realize it was that one because it's green now instead of red. It was red before. Maybe they only work in certain worlds. Like, one only works in one world, and one only works in the other. And we can only use them both here because we're in both worlds. The music doubles up here again. It's sort of creepy, but not at the same time. Heart and Soul taught me to care for myself and do what I think is right. Without them, I would have never seen my fans in person. Yeah, like what we saw at the end. I have so much to live for, and you won't take that away. Again, a good choice, but I think your one's still pretty good too. It's all good choices. There are no bad choices here. No matter what you choose, it's your own preference. Again, as long as you keep the balance. They got a thing about keeping the balance, haven't they? Wow, he went entirely for soul on that one. Even heal most doesn't do all that much. It didn't even bring him up to 200. Kind of surprising to me, actually. Right, okay, so this guy's got a big toothy grin. That's about all I have to say, though. He kind of looks like a bug. Everyone deserves a chance at life. The creatures of the fjord will embrace spring and begin life anew. You can never take that from us. Be gone. Just keep getting hit stronger and stronger. He's like, ah, what's that? Ow! Right in my face. Oh. God. I was smiling all that, but just because, oh, I can't help it. Right in my eye. Right in the middle of my head. Right in my middle eye. That's it. I do love how he's like a reflection. If you cut him down the middle, each side is a reflection of the other side. It's interesting. Like perfectly balanced, despite the fact that he should be the opposite of being perfectly balanced. I guess that is a good point, though. He'd be perfectly balanced because we balance the world. So he'd be perfectly balanced hatred. Thanks to Heart and Soul, I always have something to remember my wife by. We had him moving on last time. I left that way too long. And I'll help shape the future of what she would have wanted to see. There we go. So you got to move on regardless. Doesn't matter what your choice was, really. That makes me want to go with the ring thing on that one. Second guessing my decisions. I still think I made the right choice, helping him move on without having to find the ring. But again, that could technically be the wrong choice. Again, it's just all about your own personal interpretation of the events. Then I needed him to be on that side of the coin so that I could keep things balanced. I'll keep things balanced and making the right decision thing. Sometimes balancing stuff doesn't go to what you think should happen. Especially if you don't know what your actual, what the opposite decision causes, or how things are going to result, or whatnot. Oh wait, the future choices are going to have to be as well. Yeah. A lot of the stuff can be said in hindsight, but at the time, you can only make the choice you can make. You know? What are you doing there? Why? Oh, I'm killing Soul, right, okay. I was wondering why that turn took a bit longer than usual. Soul needed healing, that's why. What are you doing now? Are we using Siphon? Oh yeah, because we're low on magic. Oh, that's right. That must have been what happened as well before. Yeah, because we need to get our magic back, because I kept running out of magic. I was running low on magic the whole time. And he evened us out there. Which I just left. I just left it as it was. Wow. The battle does go on for quite long.
How many misses do you want?
Heart, soul, the afterlife is amazing! Yeah, there's all sorts of delicious food and fun games to play. All it's missing is a great big monster on the brink of destroying Soma. Get over here, buddy!
You were saying that's the monster. I didn't get that at first.
I was like, wait, why is he saying that to those two?
He's saying it to him. He's saying it's the monster. It's missing you. Get over here.
He's saying, go destroy the monster.
I never noticed that the first time round.
But yeah, it does sound like a better choice. If I was to reverse any choices, I think I'd reverse the mimes in that one. So that he could get the ring that he wanted, because it results pretty much the same. And the other guy can go to the afterlife, because apparently that's a really nice place to be.
It's just missing a giant monster,
Which, I mean, if he wants a giant monster, that ghost thing went with him, probably. But, I think that's it. I think we're just on to the final point here. This is, we just have Oakley's dialogue, I think, or the collective dialogue of everybody. Because everybody else is done. That's everybody. Every decision we made. In the end, we just chose, do you want joy or sadness? Since the age of the Sun King, I have protected the forest from evil and horror. I wonder if this is the same or different. I'm not about to kick at the bucket just yet. Kick at the bucket, kick at the bucket, kick at the bucket. Not until I see my boys back home safe. And kick at the button. Buttet? Kick at the button. Heart, soul, it's time to get this feed everything you've got. Kick it in the button. I mean, we never actually hit him there. He did it himself. This is it. Everyone, all together now. All together now. For Soma, for our people. All together now. Why is nobody else singing this song? No! Horrible singing! We cannot comprehend it! No! I think it's not that bad! How dare you! There's your ultimate dialogue there for that ending. It's over. The heaviness of their hatred and disdain of Soma, I can no longer feel it. Everyone is safe now. Right? What was that? The world of joy and the world of sorrow is still merging. It's happening right here. In the void. And there they are again. You're not alone in this void. I really made the dialogue boxes take way too long. We'll help you make your escape. Hold on just a moment longer. I can't tell who's talking in that one because there's no, like, direction as to which character it is. Here we go. Now everything's back to being merged again. Where are we? Looks like we're back home in the garden, but something feels different. I feel neither an overwhelming joy nor sorrow. Somehow, everything feels in balance. Oh ho ho! Yes? You boys really pulled through. Everything is back to what it once was. I have not felt at such ease since before the Sundering. I feel ready to take on the world. So the worlds truly have merged back together? And everyone will have a second chance to cooperate and live in harmony? But what does that mean for us? We're sworn to protect our separate worlds. Heart. We aren't just the guardian spirits of separate worlds. We're the guardians of emotions. The Sundering originally took place because former dissonance did not believe in a world where joy and sorrow could coexist. There's a difference between them and us, Hart. Yeah, I know. We're red and gray, yeah? Yeah, that's the difference. Clearly that's the difference. Yeah! Clearly that is the only difference that matters. Strength is an inspiration to everyone in Soma. So proud to have raised you into such fine guardians. Now Soma is free from evil. We're not done protecting Soma yet. We must help the newly formed Soma to maintain the balance. And we'll do it together. But first, I think we have some emotions to return. Yes, all this stuff's the same, and I'm reading it again. Quiet you. Quiet you. So they return all the emotions! Hooray! Everyone gets he can't get his emotion back because you kind of sent him to the afterlife already. Technically, he didn't really give up his happiness because he was still happy regardless. He gave up his sadness, but he got it back now. I hate the way they go to the edge of the screen and then just stop. It's like, did we forget something, Soul? Maybe. Let's just keep going. Hey, don't be a stranger. Soul, did we forget something again? I don't know. Hey, I'm happy. Here's your sadness back. Oh, I'm not so happy. But I am! A box toy. What, did we forget something again, Soul? These are for you two. Hey! So yeah, as I said throughout the run, it was interesting to see the different choices. We still got the one true ending, the one true Soma, because that's what that ending is. But you got to see all the different dialogues and the way it changes the end fight, what they say to the boss, or what they say to the two, Heart and Soul. It was very interesting to see them. To see the different choices. I'm glad I saw the other choices. I'm not going to change what my choices were. Again, if I was to change any, it would have been the one with the mines and the one at the ghost house. Now I know the outcomes are relatively the same for the mines and kind of better for the ghost in the second one, although I didn't get to see most of Soma. But either way, I still agree with my original choices, so I'm going to keep those as my choices. And of course, New Game Plus is available, where we can keep all of our equipment, levels, and items, which we're probably going to use to fight the final boss. And yeah, that's my other save before. And we're back to the world, because it's the opening story again. And it's starting me up again. So, thanks everyone for watching. And for now, we're done here. I'll see you in the next episode. The final, finale, final bonus. Finale bonus? Finabone. I had a phrasing I was going to use to that and I completely forgot it. That figures. Anyway, I'll see you in the next episode. Nailed it! Nailed it, outro! Yeah! I failed miserably. World of joy and a world of sorrow, and two guardian spirits, one red, one grey. That's the only difference between the two. Clearly.